What's going on, YouTube? Eddie here. Welcome back to my channel, and I do appreciate it. And I'm here just relaxing, chilling in my backyard right before I had to head out to work. And just recently received this comment right here, and decided that I think this would be a good discussion to have. So that's why I wanted to come on here and discuss about getting into trucking later in your life. So, whether you're in your late 30s, 40s, or even beyond, right? You might be wondering if it's too late for me to start a trucking career. Well, that's why I want to come on here, because I wanted to kind of come on here and tell you that it's never too late. Why? Because I did that. I actually got into trucking when I turned 40, right after I turned 40. And so obviously if I could do it, so can you. So I kind of want to get into a breakdown of some pros and cons if you really want to get into trucking later in your life. And hopefully that this information can kind of help you decide whether or not, if where you are in your life, if it makes sense to get into trucking in later in your life, right? So let's get to it. Start with some pros, right? When you're younger, right, you may not have the patience or the discipline. I know I didn't. That comes with experience called life, right? But when you've been around the block a few times, as they say, I mean, you handle stress a whole lot better, right? You manage your time more effectively and approach things hopefully level-headed, right? All that is a great attribute when you get into trucking. I mean, I didn't get my motorcycle license until right after I turned 30, right? And I'm kind of glad I did, because where I was in life at 30 is not where I was in my early 20s, and God forbid, maybe I would have killed myself, right? So that really does help getting into this field later on in life. Most people wonder, like, am I financially stable for making this career change? Well, a lot of people that hit their 40s and they realize that they want or need a career change, maybe because you got laid off, maybe your job isn't, cutting it anymore, or maybe you just always wanted to be on the road but never took that leap. Well, trucking gives you a chance to start fresh while you're still making money. So if you're worried about money, don't worry. You're going to make good money while doing something that you actually are interested in doing. But for a lot of us, the 9-to-5 grind isn't fulfilling, right? So I know it wasn't for me when I was working, in a corporate setting. It's like you're stuck in this hamster wheel called life, right? You get this boring routine going on, right? And you feel like you're not, producing, or you're not contributing to life, basically, right? And trucking kind of gives you that different kind of lifestyle, one where you're not stuck in the office, or you're not dealing with micromanagement all day. Plus, you get to see the country while you're making a living. That was always a huge perk for me when I went over the road. The cons, right? I've said this many, many times before. It's a physical, demanding job, right? It's tough on your body. Long hours behind the wheel, lack of movement, the sleep routine sucks, let's be honest. And it does take a toll. And if you're not staying active or taking care of yourself, it could be rough. But that's something you have to manage with the right habits. The biggest issue when becoming a truck driver is being away from family. That's probably the number one reason why it's very difficult to kind of make that leap, right? But, if you go over the road, you're going to be away from home a lot. That's something that you need to take seriously and think about it and talk with your family about, especially if you have young kids or you have family commitments. But the good news is that there are local and regional jobs that you could be home every day, sleep in your own bed, but some companies, special local jobs, you need experience. So you may have to kind of sacrifice at least 3 to 6 months just to get that experience under your belt before hopping into a local position. Just because you're older doesn't mean learning new things is going to be easy. Getting your CDL, learning the ins and outs of the industry, and getting comfortable behind the wheel, it takes a lot. It's a lot of information that's going to be thrown at you. But trust me, if you're willing to put in that effort, you could do it. Look, I'm living proof that it's never too late to start something new, right? I mean, like I said, I got into this industry at 40, and I'm happy that I'm able to cross this off my bucket list of things that I've always wanted to do. If this is something you've always been wanting to think about, or just anything in general that made you nervous to take that next step, don't let age stop you. Go ahead, get your CDL, get out on the road, and start building a new future. You only got this one life, guys. Why not spend it doing something you actually want to do? So if you've been considering trucking, drop a comment below and let me know what's holding you back. If you're already in the industry, share your experience. I would love to hear from you. And make sure not to forget to like and subscribe to this video if you found this video to be helpful. And share this video to a friend or family that you feel like will benefit from this video. All right, guys, I'm just going to chill here, relax for a little longer before I head out to work. But I just want to come on here, and I kind of really hope that this information will help for you to make your decision. It's a big decision, okay? So not to take it lightly. So I hope you make the right one, and I know you will. Guys, until next time, drive safe out there and take care.